All right, well here we are Wednesday, November 30th. We all got our Thanksgiving in and back to the project a little bit. We got to come back to work. So we've got a ton of stuff done since the last video. Our roofers have delivered all their materials, so they're going to start the roofing tomorrow. That'll be knocked out in 2 days. They're going to pull off all the old vents and redo them, put new turtle vents in, and pull off the old swamp cooler since we've got air conditioning, central air in there now. All the yard just had so much trash in it. It's all been hauled off. It literally just took days. 8 to 10 different workers working like 3 days straight. We filled a 30 yard, which is larger than this, dumpster, clear, overflowing already, and hauled that off. And this one's about half full now too. So there was a lot of junk, a lot of debris in this one. So let's go inside, take a look at the progress, see where we're at. Had to take down a lot of weeds. Turns out that there was a $11,000 lien that was about to be recorded on the property from the city of Taylorsville because of the previous owner. He didn't trim back the trees over there that actually hang over the street, and Taylorsville's pretty strict about making sure that the trees there don't overhang into the street, and the weeds can't be more than 6 inches, and they start charging you a per day per diem, I guess, and it just compounds. So this guy had racked it up to like $11,000. Fortunately for us, we don't have to pay that. We just contacted the city and said, hey, we're gonna make this place pretty, work with us. So anyway, got all the weeds out, starting to look cleaned up. Come on inside. So we'll start garage here. We've got pretty much all the stuff from the house that was DIable, salvageable, that we could, maybe give away. We've left it in here and kind of organized a little bit. And then inside, what we've done is after we hauled all the junk, our guys came in and did a total cleanup, and we scraped. We had asbestos roofs. We got all the asbestos removed. All the different textures. Every wall had a different texture on it. So our drywall guys have not only come in and patched tons of water damage and replaced sheetrock, but they've also retexturing the entire home so that it's consistent. And so you don't get orange peel here and old world here, and so it's all kind of gonna look the same. The kitchen, as you've seen before, was very dated. We no longer have a kitchen, so this is going to be the new kitchen here. We actually had to rip out all the subfloor in this area too because the dishwasher had done so much water damage. It had leaked through. We had to replace the insulation underneath when we fixed the drywall down there. So this is all ripped out. He's just about, he'll be done all the texture tomorrow, and then we'll have the home painted, the entire home painted 3-tone over the weekend. So we'll do white baseboards, kind of a nice neutral beige or something like that, if you will, something that's kind of a desirable color here on all the walls, and then white ceilings again. As you can tell, we've got wood beams kind of throughout the house and some natural wood here too that's just been painted white. We're probably going to bring this back to a natural wood tone, maybe a dark, so that you kind of feel like there's some nice wood accents throughout the home. It'll go well with a really nice dark hardwood floor in the kitchen. We'll bring in nice cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. You're not able to see that now, but it'll come together. As you can see, again, just a ton of drywall work and retexturing is taking place, and so we're getting there. So the kitchen, with the bathroom here, we are going to rip off this countertop and replace that with granite. The tile's actually in pretty good shape. We don't have a bunch of cracked, chipped, or broken tiles, and we did find extra tiles that match this in the garage, and so we're going to clean this up actually and kind of do a little bit of a modern bathroom, and it'll turn out pretty well. And master bedroom, got rid of all the different, textures in here. We had some serious issues with the roof. We had to repair, or the ceiling in here. So that's been taken care of. This room's totally ready for paint and carpet. And then we got to do some stuff to the master bathroom. We got to replace fixtures, replace a couple of the broken chip tiles. Probably going to rebath or resurface some of the tile in there in the shower, and then put a closet door on. And that's about it here. We may do something fancy. A lot of times what we do in a smaller price range home is we try to add little accents to the home that bring some character to it, so it stands out from the rest of the remodels, or what we're competing against a lot as far as price range is REO properties. And REO properties, when they're taken over and they're trashed, they typically have the REO agent will have a crew that'll go through and they'll replace carpet and they'll repaint it and they'll put new linoleum in and they'll put whatever they need to do, but they're not doing any of the fine details or some of those accent pieces that make the home stand out. So that's what kind of gives us a competitive edge to be able to resell the home. So maybe a chair rail or some square board or something like that. So that needs to be replaced, because what we've got there is we've got a cardboard roll holding that sink up. We ripped out the mirror. It was just one of those plain Jane mirrors, so we'll bring in kind of a designer mirror that'll spruce up the bathroom with really nice fixtures, and then just clean the rest of it. So you got a 3/4 bath here, a good shower, put a nice faucet on it. So this laundry area was a real mess. I mean, as you guys, the other video will show, it was just torn and deteriorated, just water damage everywhere. We had to rip out all the rotted wood, rip it down to the studs, redo everything in here. It's coming together, so once it's painted, do a little cabinet in there and a closet door, and that'll look great too. And this, I think, is a fairly desirable area of the home. I mean, this is your downstairs, kind of your living, family rec room, really kind of open concept. They already had this decorative board already on the walls, which we like. We'll just repaint it with the trim. Had a wood burning stove. The wood burning stove is actually desirable to a lot of buyers. However, in this circumstance, we just felt like it was best. I felt like it's best to just take it out, and we'll actually take that off and drywall that as well. Simply because it was right kind of in the middle of your open concept of this room. So if people want to have a pool table and sofas and TV and everything, it was just kind of right in the middle. So we felt like if we took it out, just give it an open concept, a little bit better feel. And we'll sell that, make a little bit of, maybe pay for some of the bills for the rest of this stuff. So the cool thing is, some of the junk or other items that are left behind in these homes, you can actually sell them and help recuperate some of your repairs or your fix-up costs. So another downstairs bedroom. There wasn't a whole lot of work to be done in this bedroom. It was actually in pretty good shape. We don't have to retexture the ceilings or walls or anything in here. We did have to do some patchwork in the closet. Nice big closet, semi walk-in, I guess. And turns out the heating, water tank, everything like that was checked out great. So air conditioning unit outside was awesome. HVAC is all great. Water tank and heaters like brand new. So that was a good thing. We got the spa guy coming probably tomorrow, I think, and he's going to take a look at this hot tub because, as we mentioned before, I don't know if we have lights out here. As we mentioned before, this room was essentially built around the hot tub, so unless we're going to cut this thing up, it's not coming out. So it's actually in pretty good shape. It's pretty gross inside, but we'll have it cleaned up and serviced, get it running good, and hopefully it'll be an attractive selling feature for the next buyer. I think that's about the majority of the home. It's only 200 square foot home, but some of the other intangibles with the 2-car attached and then another 2-car shop out here. It's already ready to be heated. Unfortunately, they stripped the heater and everything else, but got that cleaned up. The shed's cleaned up, all the junk hauled off. There was a lot of stuff in this garage. As you can tell, we got rid of almost all of it. Kept some carpet pad, it's brand new that we use in there. Cleaned up all the tools and junk. Left the workbenches. I think those are attractive and desirable. And we didn't do away with the Zenith, because that might be a deal killer for somebody if that was gone. So that's the progress, and by the middle of next week, I think it'll start really looking more like a finished product after we get the paint and the drywall done, the new roof on. Then we'll, from there, our timeline will be get started in the kitchen. After the kitchen's done, go to the flooring, and then we'll do fixtures, touch up, finish carpentry, you know, putting nice wood mantle in there and some of the tile work that we've discussed, and then clean it up, stage it, and sell this baby. So we'll check in again next week and see where we're at.